Good day, YouTube. By the dark of the moon on the 6th of June, 2021. Gonna just do a real quick video, share something with you that I'm kind of excited about. Y'all haven't seen much of this truck because I haven't done much with this truck actually in a very long time. In fact, it hasn't been run 6-7 years. And we probably should deal with that. I was gonna, every winter I say that I was gonna get it running this winter, but haven't done that either. It just kind of sits here waiting to be finished. But it's certainly not being hurt at all. This is my 1956 Ford F100. I've had this truck since about, gosh, when did I get this? I shouldn't have said that. I should have thought about that for a minute. I've had it since around, I don't know, 2000, something like that. I can't remember, honestly. I'll think about it. Over the years, pretty much replaced everything on the truck except the frame and maybe not much else. I can't think of anything I saved. The core support is original to the truck. That's probably about it. I've even changed the cab, all the fenders. I've found better ones over time. Everything's been acid dipped, epoxy primer, undercoated, brought back as needed. The engine is some of the original 223 inline 6-cylinder, and we've hot rodded it. We'll go over that in some detail in a future video. We want to talk about those. When I had this engine built, the engine builder was an old-time Ford hot rodder, and I told him, I said, I want to have a 3-speed overdrive transmission built for this. It was a manual 3-speed, obviously, when I got it. And he was able to do that for me. In short, I found him a Chevrolet transmission with an overdrive gear. He had a case, and he gutted my original 3-speed transmission and built me a 3-speed overdrive transmission for this. And it's very, very cool. I'm just going to show you inside, and then we'll move along. So that lever right there is the overdrive lever. And that's where it's supposed to be in the dash if it would have been factory installed. And then I put a toggle switch right next to it that enables the overdrive to switch into overdrive. So you have to see, to engage the overdrive, I think you push it in, and that'll engages the gear. And then to shift it, it's electrically done. And normally would have had hooked up to the governor on the transmission. There was a kick down button that would have mounted probably down on the floor by the accelerator pedal, if you could see it. And a lot of that. I made it just more simple, and I could turn the overdrive on and off with a toggle switch. As long as it was engaged with that cable, and just works really, really great. That's a full gear. It's the same ratio difference, or virtually the same ratio difference between, say, second and third, and second and overdrive. So it would drop the RPM by exactly the same. And if you're in third gear, then go overdrive. It's a full gear. It's great. This truck, I believe, has a 390, 391 rear gear. And this thing rolls down the highway at like 2,000 RPM at 60 or something like that. So let's go outside for a sec. So this is my 66 F100. And it was originally a 240 inline 6-cylinder 3-speed combination. It is now a 302 with the factory transmission, which is a light-duty 3-speed, but it works well. But at freeway speeds, 65, 68 miles an hour, it's pushing 3,000 RPM on attack. So she's revving a little high. I drove this to the coast the other day and got about 14 miles to the gallon. But with an overdrive, I think I could get high teens, even 20 miles to the gallon out of it. And I was thinking to do a 5-speed swap because that's kind of what everybody's doing. So fast forward to yesterday, was at a swap meet, first swap meet I've been to in a year and a half with this whole COVID thing, and I found a not one but two T85 3-speed with the R11 overdrive units. Okay, so this is the transmissions that if this truck would have came with the overdrive, this is what it would have. So there's the T85N, and the R11 is the heavy duty overdrive, and they're both the same. So they've got two transmissions the same. I don't know if you can see there, but they were marked. That one was marked $100 and this one was $50, and I says, what's the best deal if I just take them both? And he sold them both to me $100 for the pair. And I don't know if you've looked around on these things. That's like bargain of a lifetime there. You'll never get that. There's one on eBay right now for $2,100. So that's pretty cool. So things have, my transmission design for the 66 has now changed, and we're going to do this. We're going to put a 3-speed manual overdrive. And I love the idea that the manual overdrive is significant overdrive gear, and I'll have to figure out what the ratios is, and I'll probably compare that even to a 5-speed, just to see if am I actually getting more RPM drop with the 3-speed overdrive than a 5-speed like a T5 out of a Mustang or something. But I would say that these are probably a little more heavy duty because they are a truck transmission. If you had an F250, even F350 with up to a 390 FE motor and got overdrive transmission, this is what you would get. So pretty excited, thought I'd share it. You know, I'm back to work, so I have a day job again, so getting to this is you know, probably going to be a winter project, but in the meantime I'll probably get them cleaned up, and this one there doesn't turn. I might just be in between gears because it doesn't have any levers on it. This one turns pretty good, but I want to open it up. It kind of rolled over and leaked some grease out, so I'm pretty good with this one. That one rolled over, it didn't leak grease out, so we have some questions, and that's why he actually had that one marked a little cheaper. So for now, I know I have probably have a good transmission. I probably have a rebuildable transmission, and we'll be good to go. I did compare this to the transmission that's in my 56, and they are not the same. So I'm not sure exactly what's in my 56, because again, I had the engine builder build that, and he was all knowledgeable about it. But it works really good in that truck, and this is going to work really good in this truck. Gang, I appreciate you watching my video this morning, or whenever you're watching it. And really excited to get these things cleaned up and put in. Hopefully everything in this truck lasts until we get around to this. The clutch is a little jumpy and so forth, so it'd be nice to pull it out and get a fresh clutch and turn a flywheel and all that jazz, and put one of these transmissions in there. I'm anxious to get underneath this truck and measure from the flange of the transmission to, like, you know, center line of the U-joint and see what that length is. Wouldn't it be cool if it's the same length as the 3-speed that's in this truck, and all I have to do is swap, and then put the cable on. That cable I showed you on my dash hooks to here, and then this takes it in and out, and this is that governor. It's an electronic switch that doesn't allow the transmission to go into overdrive if you're under 30 miles an hour. Is kind of what that's all about. So let me get these out of the truck because it's about to rain, and we'll find something better to do the rest of the day, gang. Appreciate that. Appreciate a thumbs up on the way out the door, and we're going to catch you on the next video.